Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 858 of our trek, and time for our Philosophy Friday series. Each Friday, we will ponder some of the basic truths and mysteries of life and how they can impact us in creating our living legacy. Due to my heavy travel schedule this week, I will be diverting from our regular topics and instead will be reading through the parables of Jesus, and this is the final day for that. Jesus' parables are seemingly simple, yet memorable stories, often with imagery that all convey messages. Scholars have commented that although these parables seem simple, the messages they convey are deep and central to the teachings of Jesus. Christian authors view them as not mere similitudes, which serve as a purpose of illustration, but as internal analogies in which nature becomes the witness for our spiritual world. Many of Jesus' parables refer to simple, everyday things, such as a woman baking bread, a man knocking on the neighbor's door at night, or the aftermath of a roadside mugging. Yet they deal with major religious themes, such as the growth of the kingdom of God, the importance of prayer, and the meaning of love. In our Western civilizations, these parables form the prototype for the term parable. And in our modern age, even those who know little of the Bible, the parables of Jesus remain some of the best-known stories in the world. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. Our parable for today is our last one for this series and taken from Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 31. And it is a familiar one. It's called The Lost Son. To illustrate the point further, Jesus told them this story. A man had 2 sons. The younger son told his father, "I want my share of the estate now before you die." So his father agreed to divide up the wealth between his sons. A few days later, the younger son packed all his belongings and moved to a distant land, and there he wasted all his money in wild living. About the time his money ran out, a great famine swept over the land, and he began to starve. He persuaded a local farmer to hire him, and the man sent him into the fields to feed the pigs. The young man became so hungry that even the pods he was feeding the pigs looked good to him, but no one gave him anything. When he finally came to his senses, he said to himself, "At home, even the hired servants have enough food to spare, and here I am dying of hunger. I will go home to my father and say, 'Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please take me on as your hired servant.' So he returned home to his father, and while he was still a long way off, his father saw him coming. Filled with love and compassion, he ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. His son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you. I am no longer worthy of being called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quick, bring the finest robe in the house and put it on him. Get a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet. And kill the calf that we have been fattening. We will celebrate with a feast. For this son of mine was dead and now is returned to life. He was lost, but now he is found.' So the party began. Meanwhile, the older son was working in the fields. When he returned home, he heard the music and dancing in the house, and he asked one of the servants what was going on. 'Your brother is back,' he was told, 'and your father has killed the fattened calf. We are celebrating because of his safe return.' The older brother was angry and wouldn't go in. So his father came out and begged him, but he replied, 'All of these years I have slaved for you and never once refused to do a single thing you told me to do. And in all that time you never gave me even one young goat to feast with my friends. Yet when this son of yours comes back squandering your money on prostitutes, you celebrate by killing the fatted calf.' His father said to him, 'Look, dear son, you have always stayed with me, and everything I have is yours. We had to celebrate this happy day, for your brother was dead, and he has come back to life. He was lost, but now he is found.'" And that will end our series of parables with the parable of the prodigal son. Next week, we will return to our regular schedule, where we will have questions to ask Gramps. Gramps will answer any questions that you have about life and will provide you with practical wisdom about any area of life. So please submit your questions to guthrie@wisdom-trek.com, and Gramps will answer them on our Friday podcast with wisdom and philosophy that Gramps has gained over the many years of experience and study. I know that you'll find these insights interesting, practical, and profitable in living a rich and satisfying life. Our next track will be Meditation Monday, where we will help you to reflect on the most important areas of life. So encourage your friends and family to join us and come along with us on Monday for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 857 daily treks or read the associated journals, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. And I encourage you to subscribe to Apple Podcasts or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you on Monday.